Just hit escape
need
and
to.
change team. You don't need to kill yourself. It'll automatically script slay you and switch you. So just hit escape and change team.
Whoever Claus is, you're in the Russian team. Go switch.
Yep. Just hit escape or hit enter.
Are you shoveling?
Enter.
his
Sorry,
ass?
yeah, it's enter then team and then just
Oh, yeah, switch.
I might be.
Okay. Hell
there
yeah.
you go.
So fun. So Rifleman? Oh,
All right. Is anyone having problems getting into the server at this time?
We just got it.
Stalin, you'll be grabbing the automatic rifleman kit.
okay.
I had to try it 5 or 6 times before I got in.
Gotcha.
I even took the time to load your range of the targets.
Six. Whoa!
I didn't try very hard, but there's targets.
Yep. All right. So we have. Let's see. And then some of you might be reassigned later for the live fire exercise, but for now this should work nicely.
FPS check 53 currently.
All right. So is anyone having trouble getting in at this time? It seemed to be a no. Anyone? Bueller? Everyone's in the server? All right, we're going to take that as a yes. If you do have any problems at any time, just PM me. Like if you get disconnected with Discord, your power goes out, you end up in the wrong channel, just send me a direct message and I'll get you back in here and good to go. All right, so if everyone's in the server, we're going to start. If everyone could stop running around, just kind of focus up. Thank you. All right. Let's begin. In this course, we're going to cover the basics of operating advanced mission-critical weapon systems. Topics will include the use of automatic rifles, grenade launchers, light anti-tank weapons, and heavy machine guns. We'll cover the material on these weapons through a mix of lecture and practical application. As you may have guessed, we're starting with the automatic rifle kit. The automatic rifleman serves as the foundation of the fire team and the squad. Their job during offensive operations is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective fire on enemy positions in order to allow the maneuver of friendly units. During defensive operations, their job is the same, but the goal is to repel enemy forces instead of providing opportunities for friendly maneuver. The automatic rifleman will usually be a fire team leader and is highly effective in assuming control of a squad if the SL and other fire team leader are killed. When using the automatic rifle, it is important to understand the impact of key terrain in the battle area. You need to identify points of observation, fortification, and movement, as all of these are likely targets for automatic rifle fire. Large boulders, vehicle wrecks, houses, hilltops, really any and all terrain features that can provide cover for the enemy are such features. So, the most important terrain features, though, are the natural lines of drift. These are the paths that moving enemies will naturally gravitate towards. Roads, valleys, ditches, any terrain that's well suited to moving friendly or enemy forces. Who can point out a natural line of drift on this map?
233. Between those two hills.
Yeah, yep, that's a good one. And then there's kind of an obvious one if we look, south. What's the biggest natural line of drift?
Right,
Valley.
This valley.
Yeah, correct. This entire valley. Yep, this whole valley is a natural line of drift. And also there's a road off there, coming down from that hill, 105 east. That's a good natural line of drift. And who can identify some, important key terrain features?
Cap.
High ground.
That building. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, that building over there. That's gonna be full of enemies.
Yep, yeah, those are good examples. Really, yeah, like the boulder off to the 150, the building, at the southwest, the hill up there to the southeast. Those are all good examples of key terrain features. So, the best way to control the natural lines of drift is to get a beat on them with an automatic rifle and wait to ambush enemies as they move through them. You also want to identify danger areas where terrain is best suited to an ambush. Any open space with sparse cover and concealment is a danger area, so, right here, this is a big danger area. The whole valley, in addition to being natural line of drift, is just one massive danger area. There's not really much cover besides those vehicles, which aren't really naturally supposed to be here. When moving through danger areas, you're going to want to be ready to lay down suppressing fire on nearby key terrain features where enemies could be preparing an ambush. When you can see them from your squad's position, be ready to lay down fire on the danger areas as part of an ambush of enemy troops. So you want to take all your observations into account, and when you're stationary, you need to select a primary direction of fire. This may be given by an SL, but most of the time it's going to be at your discretion. Your primary direction of fire should be the most likely path of an enemy attack. When firing, there are 3 fire rates you will use: sustained, rapid, and cyclic. Sustained fire is done in bursts of 6 to 8 rounds with a 4 to 5 second pause in between each burst. It is the default rate of fire. It is highly effective at average engagement distances and will ensure accurate and consistent fire. Rapid fire is done in bursts of 8 to 10 rounds with a 2 to 3 second pause in between. It should only be used when directed or when the situation requires it, such as in the face of a massed infantry charge. Cyclic fire is emptying the entire magazine with continuous uninterrupted fire. Cyclic fire will rarely be used, if at all, and should only be used if explicitly ordered. With all these fire modes, be sure to traverse your fire while shooting. You don't want to swing out, 10 degrees left and right of your target and spray your rounds all over the place like a fool, but traverse your fire a little bit to either side, maybe a degree or 2 in each direction, and you're just going to want to swing it back and forth like that. You're sweeping, really, and that way you're going to put most of your rounds on target and just generally increase the accuracy of your fire. All right, so I'm going to just demo the fire rates real quick. In order, we have sustained fire, 6 to 8 rounds, 4 to 5 second pause. So that's sustained, right? Then we have rapid fire, and that's bursts of 8 to 10 rounds with a 2 to 3 second pause. And then last, we have cyclic fire, which is just, dumping the whole thing. All right, does anyone have any questions?
No.
How many rounds does that thing have?
About 75, I believe.
Yeah, it's more than 50,
Exactly
but less than
75?
100. All right, if no one has any questions about anything we just went over, the way we're going to do this is your squad leader is going to break you out, and you're all going to form single file lines behind them at the location they direct you to line up at. And then they're going to just have each one of you in turn lay down and do a little practice with each of the 3 rates. Yes, Kappa, there's ammo crates all around the range. You should be able to quickly switch kits. All right, so SLs, break them out.
Alright guys, make sure you have your kits, and then get online. Left and right of me.
Hell yeah, brother! Wait, let me.
Why are you so far away?
Okay guys, get online, left and right of me, please.
Turbo. How's your day been going?
So I should start. Repeat.
Fire down range.
I got
Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
I got fucking shot in the arm.
Reload your guns. Rearm at the
Shut up.
Everybody reloaded?
Yeah.
Close quarters. Yeah, but
Okay.
Have a party.
Only time you're really gonna use that, and at that point, if they're just running.
But I like my
Any questions? Everybody feel good about that?
They're being dumb.
Not pretty straightforward.
Self-sustained.
Getting more in depth here in a moment.
I mean,
I was just thinking familiar with the weapon.
Boosted, did you shoot me in the ass?
then you're gonna
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, when you start turning around, your foot went right in front of my head.
That's a fucking rock.
I fucking love it.
Rock
The
solid.
shovel. It's going to
Yeah, in general, you're gonna want to
back of the shovel.
spread out a little bit more when you're doing that, like under normal circumstances. But that was okay for this
Say
time.
what?
I don't think MG rounds are effective against enemy armor though.
Case weapon. The only time I've ever
Okay.
used it is if I've gone black on an op. Ricochet with a pistol.
You can actually destroy Techie with the AR.
You can do some work with a
You
pistol.
could, but not in LAV or NTLB.
Better pistols. I've had
No.
Scares the shit out of them though. Maybe. Or they'll laugh and kill all of us.
More likely they'll laugh and kill you all, because the problem with ARs is they're really easy to find out where the fire's coming from, and you can narrow it down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with
Tracers work both ways.
Some
Yeah, exactly.
the update.
Actual bipods are
Yeah. They're definitely. They've been working on it. I think they want to do in general, which would be super neat. But they're at.
Does everybody feel comfortable with the different rates of fire?
Yeah.
Is PDM able to penetrate pretty close?
Yeah, I see it all the time where
No, not
people
the
will
purple,
like, just dump the mag, and that's definitely not the way to use the weapon.
I've never seen that though.
I see it all the time.
I see it all the time as well.
Even like in machine guns and whatnot, you see it all the time as well, where they just dump the gun. It's not the way you want to do that.
They were doing it in the
Hey,
office today.
just don't shoot unless you're explicitly told to, please.
Well, what?
But how does it work?
He
When
was
you're like in a tech
Yeah, copy that.
and you find enemy, let's say Humvee, you dump the mag into the Humvee, right? Or do you also burst fire the Humvee down?
In that situation, you would dump it.
Yeah.
But
I guess
for the most part, that would be considered at a time where you're trying to destroy the target, and you're not having to worry about drift that way. But for most
I
of the
guess
time, you're
whatever
using
works for
ARs, and those is suppressive.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and switch to the Grenadier kit, guys.
I lost some Toro and Grande.
All right. So let's all school circle around me again. You're gonna grab the Grenadier kit from the ammo crate.
You're going to hack him, guys.
Okay, so does anyone have any last questions about the automatic rifle? Nope.
Do I always need to go prone prior to opening fire?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yep.
a good question. So the answer is you don't need to always go prone, but the reality is that without bipods implemented, you're not going to be able to very effectively lead on fire from either the crouch or standing position unless you're at ranges of less than like 30 meters, really. Like you can try in one tap, but it's not very effective. So I'd always recommend trying to find a position where you can go prone because you're much more stable and you can really accurately target fire in that way. Honestly, if you're crouched or standing, I wouldn't even use any of those fire rates. I'd go for like bursts of maybe 3 rounds with a huge pause in between because otherwise you're just going to miss everything. Or you could also switch to maybe longer bursts of 15 to 20 rounds and just work very hard with your mouse trying to control that muzzle climb because it's just standing or crouching right now is a complete disaster. That's why bipods are such a necessary feature. So yeah, if no one has any other questions, then we're gonna
Roger.
move on to the grenade launcher kit. So the grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman, right? But they're capable of accurately delivering these high explosive and smoke rounds at enemy targets at various distances, and that's what really makes them special. The GL is a very powerful weapon, and it makes Grenadier a key member of the squad or fire team. So first, we're going to talk about smoke. Smoke is dependent on the coordination of higher leadership, which means that your squad lead and fire team lead will be the ones calling for it, and they'll want it on specific targets, so communication with them is vital. Your grenade smokes disperse vertically, and so they aren't very good for masking the enemy's line of sight. What they are good for is marking. They can make a well-concealed machine gun nest or vehicle highly visible to friendly forces with a big billowing cloud of colored smoke. They can also be used to communicate areas of importance. Your SL could have a marking smoke pop to guide you in towards a position that you should be reinforcing, for example. They can also be used as a signal to execute a predetermined order. Now, as for the high explosive rounds, there are a few important things to keep in mind. While it's quite easy to hit enemies in the open, the explosive rounds really shine when used against dead space. Dead space is the areas that cannot be hit by direct fire. Troops in defilade, buildings, or behind cover cannot be hit by direct fire and thus are in dead space. The best way to utilize the high explosive rounds is to engage enemies in that space. Also important is that the sights cannot be adjusted currently, although hopefully they will in the zeroing update. So for now, your sight is ineffective when engaging at or past 50 meters. On the American GL, we have the wonderful leaf sight, though, to help us with the problem. So the bar the red dot is on is sighted for 0 meters. The one above it is for 50 meters, and the one above that is for 100 meters, and so on. So if everyone just take out your gun, right, and look down range. Don't shoot. This is very important. Yeah, everyone just like aim down your sight real quick and look at that red dot, right? So the red dot is going to be on a bar, like between two little triangle post things on either side. That red dot is about 0 meters. That's where it's zeroed to. So if you fire around, it'll basically land like if it's between 0 and 50 meters, that'll be on target. Then you have a bar above that, and that's for 50 meters, and then it just goes up from there in 50-meter increments. That makes sense?
Yeah, so
Yes.
if so my second bar is at that hilltop. If I aim at that hilltop, will my grenade go 50 meters then?
Precisely, yeah. If you look at where your second bar is now, if you were to put the red dot on where that second bar is, then that would go, it would land 50 meters in front of you. All right, so then everyone just put your guns away and go back to safety shovels. All right. So, since you can't adjust the sight, yeah, you have to do a little extra work there. So for any distance, you have to look down the sight at the red dot and put the red dot on your target. Then you look at where the appropriate bar is above that target, and then you put the red dot where that bar was, and you fire, and it should be more or less on target. And then, you know, if it's short, if it's long, just basically adjust up or down from where you were initially aiming, and that should allow you to correct your fire fairly accurately. You can just kind of walk it in from there. For the GP25, the Russians militia use, that thing really needs zeroing because there's no leaf. You just kind of have to eyeball it, which gets easier with practice. So that's really the only way to do that right now. Also keep in mind that the minimum arming distance for grenades is 10 meters and that they do not do impact damage. Don't shoot someone with a grenade launcher at less than the minimum safe distance. You will do nothing to them and they will kill you. All right, any other questions? Take that as a no. All right, so squad leads, break them out. We're going to go group off on our own and do GL practical exercises.
Okay, this time we're going to do one at a time, just so everybody gets a good sense of what they're doing with the weapon.
It's a Russian.
You know, it would be
Okay,
good
who's
to
first?
just. Okay, me.
Alright. Okay, so let's try to go ahead and just hit something close. Go ahead and hit those targets down there on the 50 at the southeast 049. That'll be a miss. Try.
Gotcha. Okay.
In target.
Again?
Oh, you're.
Yep, try to hit it.
Or something.
Yeah, you missed.
Just a little low.
Okay, that's another miss.
So basically,
Try to hit the target.
aim down the sight, like, so, see, like, if you
I mean, okay, yeah. Then I'm shooting too far.
The window. That's 50 meters. Like that's how far it's gonna go. To gauge.
So you're a bit short there.
You realize, but we've got a hint right there. It says 100 meters right next to it, and we're about where the.
There you go. That'll work.
So you're gonna
Next,
wanna,
who's next?
Each of the little.
Okay, if I had
Someone
an
else.
HE grenade, it would have just blasted killed.
Yeah, let's just go down the. So let's do Tashiri.
Yeah, SM, that's fine. I don't know if you're definite or not, but that's one or two days. Okay.
Yep.
Where's Tashiri?
So
Tashiri, you're next, dude.
okay.
Okay, so go ahead and try to. Let's hit the scout car right in front of us there.
So aim
Or
straight
the
at it.
BTR right in front of us.
How, there's the second.
Hit what again?
So that's gonna be. You're gonna be hitting that target right in front of us. 188.
Second bar is 50. The one above that is 100. So you aim right.
It's gonna be 100 meters, so you're looking.
The second red dot is.
You're gonna want look for the right.
So what you would do is you would angle up.
Like direct south.
Yep, direct. The vehicle. Nope. Nope.
The green
Direct south.
vehicle.
180.
The striker.
Green one, right?
Oh,
180.
It's a thing on the checkered line. Where that distance is, and by the you just sort of realize like
No.
that
It's a thing you got to remember. Every time you fire that GL, whether it's smoke or grenade, reload as soon as you fire. It'll save your life. There you go. That's a hit. Try it one more time.
Grenadier doesn't have like these two, like the Americans with these two have
Good hit. Let's try to hit that other target at 142. Hit that. It's a different range, so you're gonna want to adjust your sights.
142.
Yeah. The tin.
the
silhouettes.
There is
The Russian gun you're talking about.
Good hit. Good hit. All right.
Yeah. It's a little.
Let's go with boosted next.
It'll just.
Okay, we'll do the same thing. Hit the
Russian one is
BTR there, and then
to work with.
the
Really practice at it.
okay.
Go ahead and shoot at the
bit long.
targets
You fire it over.
with the smoke. I'm gonna mark it now.
It was all right. Try it again.
Shoot at target marker.
There you go. That's a good hit. Now hit the tin at 144.
Long shot.
That's too long. Good hit.
Nice.
Those longer ranges.
All right, Sneaky, you're next.
The longer range is really where the GL shines because you can almost lob it over things.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You do the same thing. Hit the BTR and then the tin. Good hit. Now hit that tin.
Try and get one in through the doorway. Point. And one guy try and get one in through the store window.
Gotcha.
Too long. You want to try to aim for their feet in this situation, right? Because if you miss the target you're trying to hit, you're gonna miss it.
Good job. Look at that.
Good hit.
So it's a
Good
little
hit.
awkward trying to shoot through the building. Ideally, you want
Yeah, I don't know what's up,
Nordic,
but
yep.
right through the window. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, in my experience, I mean, it won't outright kill them. It may damage them, but it won't outright kill them.
Okay, you were a little short there. That would have killed them if it was a grenade. That still would have killed the target. Try it again. Try to hit the actual beat.
Let's shoot at this. What is that? That MTLB right.
That's
here.
perfect. Great shot.
At our 177.
All right, hit the tin. At 140.
Nice.
Great hit. That was perfect. Good job. What are you doing? All right, Ozzy next.
Right there, 177.
Head and hit the same target, BTR, and then the tin. Once you're all gone through once, I'll just let you guys go and hit whatever you want down range, but you know, obviously don't kill anybody. And That's a great hit. Good job.
Let's do some real, like, something you'd actually be shooting. Say somebody's
Okay,
hiding
hit the
behind
tin.
this big boulder here at 222. Say somebody's
When you
hiding
guys
behind that.
are free to do your thing after we go through everybody once, definitely try to practice hitting the windows and the doors.
There's, yeah, really low range, so it's more of just
Okay,
eyeing
AGS, you're next.
try and gauge.
Anything more of
Ooh, who shot that second one? The second one's almost on target.
Me?
Yeah.
Nice job.
So was some target?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Feel free. You
Okay.
can do a little more
Do
practice.
one more
It's
round
very
each.
good.
I wanna
Actually,
see,
if you wanna,
get on the
if you
left
wanna
side
do
of that
some,
bullet,
like,
left side of
free
the
fire
bullet.
practice, let's just go get this line and we'll
Yeah.
Just a little
Like
short.
this?
Fire when ready.
Oh,
Just a little short also.
Yeah, you forgot to reload.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, perfect. Just keep in mind,
Oh,
keep
you're
in mind
just
if you
showing
missed
off.
that shot, that would have gone all the way through. You would have. It would have been a bad grenade. Taps, you up next.
If you get a face full of smoke.
Right behind that, definitely. Can't see them to shoot at. You have to get a GL, basically.
Perfect. Now hit the tin.
Okay.
Yeah, behind that.
like this?
Excellent. All right, everybody get online and just fire whatever you want to. Obviously, not any people. Just fire targets. Just get comfortable with the weapon.
Say there's like a drone behind there, you can't actually get a roll. That's exactly what the GL would be.
Any questions?
That building is right to 150 if anyone's wondering. God, that striker won't fucking die.
Yeah, grenades do no damage to strikers.
All right, ceasefire. Everyone go and grab the lat kit from the nearest ammo crate and switch to your safety shovel. I wanted to see if we could fell the striker with HEDP rounds, but sadly it appears that due to time we're going to have to skip that for now.
I want to go ahead and check the health on that thing. I'm curious.
No, we're not going to... We can deal with that at our own time. We got to move along. All right, so everyone school circle around me. So as you may have noticed when we were doing that, the HEDP rounds, the M203, are highly effective at killing vehicles. Notice that, like, that vehicle there to the right is gone. The striker is on fire and burning. The MTLB is dead. The truck is dead. So that's something that's unique to the USGL. The Russian grenade launcher cannot do that.
Sure, you want to grab the lat kit.
It is incapable of damaging vehicles. US have HEDP rounds, but the Russian GL just has HE rounds.
Light anti-tank.
So just don't try and use the Russian GL to...
Are the Russians more effective against infantry then?
Yeah, I think the HE rounds are a little better against infantry, but not much, honestly. I think the USGL is just better. Like, its grenades can damage vehicles, they have the same number as Russia, and also they have the leaf sight, so they have a pretty clear advantage right now. We'll see after the zeroing update if that changes at all. But yeah, does anyone have any questions about the Grenadier kit? No. All right. Can anyone identify for me somewhere that's dead space on this range?
Behind any of the vehicles.
Behind a
Inside the
vehicle.
building.
Yeah, good. Behind any of the vehicles, inside the building, behind one of these boulders. Even if you look
On the
like
tower.
back to the north, behind any of these sandbags or any of these bunkers, that's all dead space. You can't hit them with direct fire unless you have, a 30 mil. So anything short of that, you're gonna have to use those GLs and grenades, other explosives to get at them when they're in that area. All right. So moving on, we're gonna cover the light anti-tank launchers. The LAT gunner is, like the Grenadier, first and foremost a rifleman. Their rocket launcher is the ideal counter to both armored and unarmored vehicles. The rockets are also viable against infantry at short and medium distances. All launchers are not the same. The RPG-7, for example, has both heat and fragmentation rockets. It also has a faster flight time than the Law, its American counterpart. But as a trade-off, it is more difficult to use at longer distances. The Law, while it has a slower flight time, is easier to use at various distances because of the way its sights are set up. So the Law is zeroed at about 50 meters. So if it targets 50 meters away, you put the little sight right on it, and it should hit it. At about 100 meters is the bottom of the sight bar. So if something's 100 meters away, you just kind of cover the middle of the target and have the bottom of the sight bar like right over the midsection of it, and it should smack dead on. And then at 150 meters, you put kind of the two screws on the lower half of the target. Then at 200 meters, you put the two screws just above the target. Anything beyond that, it's really a matter of eyeballing it and experience. The Law is also easy to use against vehicles that are in defilade since it's, really curved. So obviously you can drop it onto a BTR or a Striker or what have you behind cover much easier than you can with the RPG, which has a flatter trajectory. When possible, coordinate with another LAT gunner to fire onto the same target in a volley, ensuring the rapid destruction of the vehicle. A Humvee hit once is still a serious threat, but if you can get two simultaneous hits, that vehicle's toast within a matter of 3 or 4 seconds, and it's just gone. Of vital importance also is remembering to check your backblast. When a rocket is fired, the area behind the launcher is known as the backblast area. Friendly personnel in this area can be severely wounded or killed when the rocket is fired. So to avoid fratricide, it's your responsibility to clear your backblast before firing. If someone is in your backblast area, it is, it doesn't matter who they are, yell at them until they leave. It could be Karma, it could be, Hyper or Muff, it doesn't matter. If they're behind your backblast and you need to shoot that rocket, you tell them, clear my backblast right now. And you gotta be, that's your job. It's not the job of friendly forces to move out of the way, it doesn't matter who they are, it's your job to, whoever it is, tell them to get the hell out so that you can fire your rocket and take down that vehicle. So the way you do that is you tell them to leave it, right? And then after that, you're going to call out backblast clear in local comms that no one else wanders into your backblast, and then after that, you can fire your rocket. Also, you need to remember the types of ammo. So heat rounds are for vehicles, frag rounds are for infantry. The Law doesn't have frag rounds, so please, for the love of God, don't try and use it against infantry unless you really have to. It's just not very effective. It's got like a 2.5 meter kill radius, and the wound radius is like depressingly small. Where the RPG's frag rounds will take out anything within 5 meters of where they hit, and wound people much further away. All right, you don't get that many rockets, so just use the right rocket for firing at the right target. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. So real quick, everyone take out your rockets and kind of look down range, because I want to go over the sight picture. Please don't fire. You'll kill very many friendlies, and it's bad. So if you look at the sight picture, we're going to go over what I was talking about earlier. So the top of the sight, right, you have the 3 little posts. The top of that, the middle post, is zeroed at about 50 meters. Then if you look at the bottom of the 3 posts, there's that flat bar. That's about 100 meters. Then if you look at the screws, you want to put like the screws right on the top half if it's at about 200 meters, and on the bottom half, the middle of your target, if it's at 100 meters. Always try to cover your target more or less with the sight. And if your target's really big, like a Striker or a BTR, just cover the midsection, because you want to be shooting at center mass that ensures the greatest probability of a hit. All right. Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, what was it the top of the screws at 200 meters of the bottom of the screws?
So you should put the screws just over the top of the vehicle you're shooting at, and that's 200 meters. You're gonna put the screws just below the top of You're going to put the screws just over the top of the middle half of the vehicle you're shooting at if it's a 200, and just below the bottom of the middle half of the vehicle you're shooting at if it's 150. It's pretty it's a slight adjustment, but it basically shifts the rocket an entire 50 meters. So yeah, if no one has any other questions, your squad leads are actually going to do nothing this time. We're going to break out into pairs. Everyone find a battle buddy and line up from left to right.
Hey.
Just kind of starting over here by me.
What's up, man?
Sure.
If you can't find a battle buddy, then try and get your squad lead to be your battle buddy. So.
Will you be my friend?
All right, so I'm going to be the lefternmost thing. So battle buddies start lining up to the right of me. So donuts and Barry sit over here.
Why use a quiet boost?
Sneaky. So just line up in pairs to the right of me. Just online with me, please. So, GB and Hess, you're going to step up, right? Or whoever it is. I guess Serial and Rival. And then there'll be a pair to the next of that, right of them, and a pair to the right of them, and just make a big line of pairs. Okay?
Let's go get the end Kappa.
Yeah.
Alright, so if everyone's paired up and good to go, we're going to start this. So, Rival and Serial, you can take out your lats. We're going to practice volley fire, right? So, each pair is going to look at the striker in the middle of the range. They're going to count down from 3 and fire at it. And they're going to make sure that their black bass is clear before they do. So Serial and Rival, you two are up. So figure out who's going to count down from 3, sight it on that striker, and get ready to fire.
Alright, clear.
Alright, clear black blast.
Clear back blast,
3.
please. Get the fuck out.
Alright. Yeah, seriously. Clear. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Kappa, Paradise is trying to get behind us when we fire, so just remember.
Copy.
Alright, fire one, yeah.
It'll be faster if you take out the laws. Just everyone can prep them now.
Alright, clear blast.
Alright, clear back.
Do you want to counter me?
3, 2, 1, fire.
Alright, then once you're done, you can just kind of head off to the left ammo crate and grab the whatever kit you want, I suppose, just not with optics. Alright, Fatal and Bears, you guys are up.
Clear. Same target.
3, 2, 1.
You said take out your lad.
Alright, naughty. You guys, you gotta actually turn around and look. You can't just tell people to clear your back blast. You have to turn around and see. You killed SM Pure Paradise. Alright, other than that, though, it was a good shot, but let's try that again. So turn back towards the striker. We're going to try that one more time.
Murderers.
He will be remembered.
Clear back blast.
Oh,
clear.
well,
Alright, there you go. Yeah, once you've physically made sure that it's actually clear, then you
Oh
can
yeah, I got
go
shot
for
by
your
boobs
countdown.
then.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Nice. Alright, Hess and GB are up.
Clear back blast. Clear the fucking back blast.
Well, that's the first time I killed somebody with the back blast.
3, 2,
Okay,
1.
What we're gonna do is
Alright, that second shot was a little sharp. That's good. You guys are almost on target. That's the whole point of volley fire, is to make sure at least one of those hits. So.
Show me.
Alright, next pair, you're up.
Do it.
Clear back blast. Clear back.
Okay, don't talk about it.
Oh yeah. 3, 2.
Are we taking
1.
a different kit?
You can grab whatever kit of the fire support kits that we had. Or if you want to grab rifleman, that's also fine.
Clear back blast.
Okay, clear black blast.
Ready?
Clear the
Black
fire.
blast.
3,
Yep.
2, 1, go.
Alright, those both seem short, so let's try that one more time.
Clear back blast.
Count down. How are
Back
we
blast
gonna count
clear.
down?
Clear the black. There we go.
How we gonna count down?
Good to go.
3, 2,
How do
1.
you want it?
If you've already finished, try and keep your safety shovels out.
Alright, clear back blast.
You're up.
Parkour.
Clear back blast. Back blast clear. 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Okay, next.
Clear back
Clear
blast.
back blast.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Nice. Good hits. Good hits. Okay, and then Boost and
Okay,
Kappa, you two
you
are up.
do the countdown. You do the countdown.
Nice work. I'll pay the money.
Hey, hold on. You've forgotten something.
What?
Are you supposed to do before you fire? Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Clear
Now,
back
now we can
blast.
fire. 3, 2, 1. Back.
All right, good hit. Okay. All right, everyone, you can go grab anything. Like, if you want to grab
promised,
rifleman,
guys,
that's
you
fine.
promised.
You could also grab a lat, a saw. Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
Ow.
Ceasefire.
What the
All right, and then just come get circled around me. We're going to talk about the next bit of this. Just go grab an ammo crate, and if you want to keep the lat, that's fine. Just head over here. All right, everyone can switch to their shovels.
Blueberries are gay.
None of that. All right.
That does not look like a shovel to me. Oh boy.
Yep.
There
You
you
get all
go.
of our shovels
Sorry,
out.
sir.
Excellent. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about the lat? Or about anything we discussed in terms of lat? Like Black Blast, whatnot? Seems like a no. Okay, so we're going to move on to the heavy machine guns. The role of heavy machine gunner is one that any soldier can assume, which is why you all have a variety of kits. The heavy machine gunner's job and the heavy machine gun itself is designed to deliver sustained suppressive fire upon infantry and fortifications, and to inflict damage to both thin-skinned and light armored vehicles. HMGs are primarily a defensive weapon, but can also be employed as, an assaulting weapon in a supporting role. The most important concept when it comes to HMGs is talking the guns. This is a method of ensuring continuous fire on one target using a pair of HMGs. It is best used when firing at slow-moving or static units. One gun starts with a controlled burst, and as soon as that burst is over, the other gun fires a controlled burst of the same length. While one gun fires, the other gun is sighting in on the target and letting the barrel cool. There are 3 rates of fire for HMGs. They're the same as with the saws: sustained, rapid, and cyclic. Sustained and rapid work just like their AR counterparts. And though when you're talking the guns, the counting down of seconds between bursts is abandoned in favor of firing when the other gun finishes. Cyclic fire is vital, unlike with the AR. It's actually just used heavily when attacking vehicles, but the rate of fire should drop when the vehicle has been destroyed. Also important is that some vehicles have unprotected crew. When fighting an open-top Humvee or a technical, engage the exposed crew first in order to eliminate the vehicle's ability to return fire. As with automatic rifles, when suppressing an area versus a specific point, the gunner should traverse the battle area left and right. Again, this is not like you're sweeping all the way to the left and right, maxing out the turning distance of the gun. That just means you're shifting a couple degrees in either direction, spreading out your fire, making sure that you're hitting as many shots as you possibly can. That way, you can maintain the concentration of rounds, and you can maximize the suppressive effect. Communication is critical when reloading or cooling. The troops who are around the weapons are basically acting as supporting. They're kind of the crew. So when you call up your reload on the main gun, the people around you should take out their small arms if they don't have them out already and start suppressing. So that way you have cover fire while you reload. And if you have a pair of HMGs that you're using to talk the guns, when one HMG is down and reloading, you should increase your rate of fire to make up for the absence of that gun. Yeah. Sorry. An HMG firing on cyclic used to last around 7 seconds before overheating. It's a lot longer now. That amount of time was the average life expectancy of a machine gunner in Vietnam when he opened fire. So, you want to be careful with the cyclic fire. You have longer now, but it can still be overheated. And if you overheat that HMG, it's going to take a while for it to cool down, and it'll be at risk of overheating again because it's just still pretty hot. There are 2 types of reloads, the tactical and emergency. Tactical reloading happens when all the ammo has not been fired and an opportunity to reload presents itself. Emergency reloading is when the gun is out of ammo and reloading must happen. When a reload is complete, the gunner states, "Gun up." All right, any questions?
No.
No. Okay. In that case, what you're going to do is each squad gets a pair of HMGs. As you can see here to our west, we've got 3 gun pairs. My squad, Squad 1, will be on this gun pair over here. What you should do at each gun pair is split into 2 equal lines of 4 and just get behind the guns. Third squad actually will have less people, so we'll spread out people from the other 2 squads to make sure that we have equal lines everywhere. I think third squad is what, 3 people? Counting Shadow, who's not doing it, so it's just going to be... Yeah, we'll send... So yeah, make 3 to a gun. 3 to a gun.
Turbo.
So if you're the 4th person in line in any one of these guns, head to the west and go get in the lines for 3 guns.
Look at your line. If you got 4 guys, stay put. If you got 3, you need to move.
Turbo, what are you doing over there?
Turbo, get over here, dude.
Okay, once we're all properly lined up, we should have... Yeah, perfect. The way we're going to do this is the leftmost gun pair will fire at the MTLB to the 165. The middle gun pair will fire at the striker in the middle of that 100-meter line. And then the right pair of guns will fire at the striker at the 100-meter side. Does that make sense to everyone?
Roger.
Yep.
Left gun.
Here, bears.
Which gun are we?
Rate of fire
the mid gun.
for
You're
this,
firing at the striker in the middle.
and that's each, like, those
I
are
mean,
pairs,
which
right?
gun
So the left gun of
first?
each pair is not going to be firing at a different target. All
Decide that
pairs
amongst
of guns are going to be firing at those the same target.
I'm left. So
It's like the
I'm
left pair is
vote.
firing at the MTLB, the middle pair is firing at the striker, right pair is firing at the striker with the 100-meter sign over its head. So the way you're going to do this is we're going to do talking the guns. So first person in each line get on the gun. Left gun in each pair is going to have, is going to decide when you start firing. So left gun will open up on the assigned target, and then they're going to do a burst of, we're going to go with rapid fire. So a burst of about 8 to 10 rounds, and then the right gun will respond, the left gun will respond. You'll just talk the guns. Once your gun's out of ammo, you call reloading and reload. Troops around you in your line support you with cover fire, and then once you're done reloading, the person behind you in line hops in the gun, and you go to the back of the line. And then once all 3 people have been able to use the gun, you're done, and you can stop firing your weapons. Does that make sense to everyone? Let's rock. All right, left gun, you get to decide when you start shooting. So
It's important to remember
the left gun's gonna
to
kick
wait
it off.
until firing, right? Alright, change guns. Someone get on this gun. Order, get on this gun.
Gun down.
Gun down.
ceasefire.
All right,
Yeah,
so if
this
everyone's
is-
had a
this is
chance
what
to
you
use the
want.
machine guns, we're just all going to school circle around me real quick. Okay, so some observations. You got to remember to yell "gun up" when you're finished reloading your gun. That's very important. And then you guys did pretty good. It was a little janky at first, but you guys ended up doing pretty good with talking the guns, which is, you just want to make sure that you're not firing at the same time the other gun is, and you don't want to like wait after they've stopped firing based on the time you're supposed to allot in between bursts. When you're talking the guns, it's just whenever they stop shooting, you start shooting. When you stop shooting, they start shooting. Also important to remember is some of you haven't been through SHD Basic, but you don't want to have your M4 on full cyclic ever, unless you're at like 2 meters away from the person who's shooting at, because a full auto M4 is going to hit fucking nothing and make you look like a fool. So don't do it. All right. Any questions about HMGs? Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, you guys also want to make sure you're sweeping the target, right? So just traverse the gun back and forth a little bit, right? You don't want to be aiming at the same exact point, even if it's an armored vehicle. You still want to sweep a little bit, just because of the inaccuracy of the gun. If you don't sweep, you're going to miss a lot of rounds that you might have otherwise been able to hit. When you sweep, you concentrate the rounds pretty much on the target, spread out all over the whole surface area. That increases your chances of hitting it. Although, if it's on a tiny vehicle like a techie, you're not going to sweep. You're just going to aim right for the crew cabin and for the engine. Yeah, you sweep while firing. That's correct, Kappa. You're like, here, I'll try and demonstrate it a little bit. I'll hop on this gun real quick. This is what sweeping is going to look like. No. Hold fire. Don't shoot. Does the concept make sense? Yes? Okay.
It's really important.
We're also going to demo talking the guns real quick, Tier Gun and I. So Tier, hop on the right gun, and I'll hop on the left gun. Everyone else, stay off the guns, keep eyes on us. Don't hop on things, just watch. You don't need to provide cover fire while reloading this time. That's not necessary.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Tier, is your gun loaded?
Second guy at the range.
I'm loaded, yeah.
Alright, so as with the last time, it's going to be the left gun in each pair that's starting. Our target is this striker here in the middle. Alright, and ceasefire. That makes sense? You guys see what talking the guns looks like? Just going back and forth between each gun. Each gun fires a burst in turn, both fixated on the same target, traversing their fire. That's the idea. Alright, any other questions? Okay. If no one has any more questions about anything we've done so far, we're going to move on to the platoon exercise. Alright, so how this is going to work. First squad, your SL is going to assign amongst you 4 ARs and 4 grenadiers. Which is, I'll take care of that. Second squad, your SL is going to assign amongst you 4 LATs and 4 HMG gunners. Third squad, you're going to have 2 automatic rifles and 2 LATs, so just grab your 2 LATs since you only have 3 people and grab an AR. You're going to be the trigger element for the ambush that we're going to conduct. Now, Squad 3, the trigger element, is going to proceed to Delta 2, Delta 2, keypad 1, micro keypad 7. They're going to be targeting a 30mm BTR that's reported to be up in that area, and they're going to try and ambush it with their LATs and take it out. Now, as for the other squads, first squad is going to be on the flanks of the firing line, and second squad is going to concentrate on the center area. So there's this center pair of guns, right, that I'm standing at right now, and also the sandbag holes to the immediate right of them. So second squad's going to be right here. I'll mark it on the map. And first squad, we're going to be spread out on the flanks, there and there. We're not going to use the HMGs. Second squad is going to use those. And we're going to provide our suppressing fire with 4 automatic rifles and 4 grenadiers. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to sort my squad out, and then third squad, let me know when you're in position. Second squad, let me know when you got your kit sorted and your guys are in position. We'll be good to go.
Okay, top 4 lat, bottom 4 HMG.
Copy.
No, top 4 lat. Tishrei, you want to take a lat? Nordic, Aussie, AGS, and Taps, get on those guns.
So we're waiting to see Squad 3 light up a moving vehicle, and then we'll just commence firing after that.
Stand by.
Get in the hole next to me.
Thanks, boss. Hey Turbo, what do you think the difference is between the NSV heavy machine gun and the Dishka? Are they faction bound or something?
The what?
The NSV heavy machine gun behind Paradise and the Dishka for... Is there a difference between them? Like, are they faction bound?
Alright, there's a slight
different size calibers.
Can you guys please shut up? Shut up.
Dishka should be 13.
Okay, so yeah. So here's how the exercise is going to proceed. The trigger element will engage the BTR on their own initiative. Once they've told me they're ready, I'll tell everyone to get their guns out and be good to go. And after they take out that BTR, they're going to fall back progressively towards the firing line down here that we're all at. They're just gonna they don't have fire teams. They're just gonna basically cut and run. They'll probably have their lats pop smoke while the